guys, Louie here, and welcome to the weekend. Well, it started for me anyway, because Friday is a holiday for me, and happy 4th of July for tomorrow. So here we go. What I want to cover today is the markets, the metals market, the stock market, a little discussion of 100-ounce bars here really quickly. Talk about the silver miners, which are blowing it out of the park already, and a little further discussion of commodities, and maybe we'll get a look at a couple new offerings as well. Let's get going. What I have here in front of you to start off with are 100-ounce bars on eBay. These are the cheapest 100-ounce bars, buy it now format. And interesting, the Pyromet bar is coming out at the cheapest. I don't know if you've seen that. Not exactly my cup of tea, but interesting enough. It's just a generic, well, I don't know if that's cast or extruded. Let's see what the back looks like. I can't tell if that's cast or extruded, but yeah, $2,100 gets you a 100-ounce Pyromet bar. Not the most attractive bar I've ever seen. Here is Asahi 100-ounce bar, $2,110. Silvertown, $2,100. That's pretty. Another Asahi. It's got a nice texture to that bar, doesn't it? Yeah, I like their stamps. Now that looks poured to me. Very nice. But maybe it is the stamp. Maybe it's just a really nice stamp. 9 fine mint, $2,138. There's an AppMix bar. Okay, and Royal Canadian Mint. Yes, I have one of those. So those are beautiful. And 4 9s. Very, very nice, $2,144. But all in all, a little pricey, huh? Here's a Scottsdale 100-ounce stacker, $2,150. So with silver at around $18, we're seeing a solid $3 premium on 100-ounce bars. You know, maybe as little, let's see, what was the least? Yeah, the lowest was a $3 premium, and some of these going up to even $4 premiums. But anyway, there is silver still in high demand, as I indicated in my last video. Let's get a look at the markets. All right, for the week, we had gold staying pretty steady, up a few dollars. Let's see, at 1,776. We had silver continuing to climb, hitting $18. I saw it at $18.20 pre-market before the smackdown for futures expiration. Still hanging in there at $17.97. Looking like a great place to be to me. And I'm still writing covered calls on silver. Let's see. So we have gold winning at 16.69% increase for the year. Silver back to even for the year. And I think getting ready for an explosive move, in my opinion. We had the Dow recapturing some of its losses, but just 4 weeks ago, we were at 27,000, and here we are at 25,008. I think you can buy parts of this market, but I do think the overall market is still headed lower. But I'm really liking commodities here, and I'll talk more about that later. Platinum, what I think is still undervalued, remarkably undervalued, down 18.3% for the year, and looking strong to me. So there's your market recap. Still, I think silver is the star right now, so let's watch it go. I think it's going higher. All right, a few weeks ago, actually June 12th, I told you that I was going to be dabbling with silver miners. Of course, we know gold is exploding. The major gold miners are exploding. Follow the GDX if you want to know more about that. And the minor gold miners look like they are percolating as well. But I've gone being kind of a contrarian and looking for the home run instead of just the standard, the path that's more traveled. I'm on the path that's less traveled here. which is, you know what I like to do. I like to take risk and try new things. And I put together a basket of silver miners, courtesy of E-Trade's stock screener. Let me get you a better look at that. Link to E-Trade down below if you want to dabble in this stuff. And that is all I am doing, is dabbling, but with enough to actually be making some money. So this is a basket of 3, 6, 9, of about 9 different stocks. SLV is in here as well. That is the ETF for physical silver, which in my mind is paper silver. Paper silver, as far as I'm concerned, and potentially backed by paper silver as well. So don't think for a minute that I recommend only owning for the SLV. But we've got the SLV in here just as a comparative. It is the black line, which is staying just up a tad over the 1, 2, 3 week period here. But the miners, we had a little dip there the first week, and now they have started to really catch a bid. This basket of miners are all traded on the American Stock Exchange. There's no penny stocks in here, although the penny stocks look interesting if you really want to gamble. But yeah, this overall portfolio up about 6% in 3 weeks. Now that is something. I'm not used to that. Now I do have copper in here, and one of the best trades lately has been FCX. That's Freeport McMoran, copper supplier, miner, and they've just been blowing it out. I've actually been writing covered calls on the FCX. You may not know, but a lot of silver comes from copper mining, lead and zinc as well, and that's why I've put together another portfolio of commodities, including lead, zinc, copper, and some other hard physical assets, which I'll get into in another video. But copper is the star here, and you know what? I don't think copper is as manipulated as silver is. I think it has more freedom to run. So I could see from where we are right now in copper prices, I could see, oh my gosh, a 50% increase from here. So I'm playing that with FCX, writing those covered calls, and actually they were profitable in 1 or 2 days. We had Freeport McMoran had a big spike. I was able to buy back my calls, sell the FCX, and book a nice profit. But this basket of silver miners, for your consideration, pardon me, consists of AG, ASM, BVN, FCX, HL, PAAS, SBR, USAS, and of course SLV in here for ballast. I've also started writing covered calls on AG. AG is First Majestic Silver Corporation. Let's see, I'm not sure why we're not getting the title, but there it is over time. And again, there's plenty of room for this to continue its move up. If you want to look at 1 year, you can see we haven't even reached the old highs. So just like copper, I think there is a potential there, although I'm not specifically recommending this stock. It's just part of a basket. But actually, I've written covered leaps, which go out to January of 2021, and they're paying 19% for out of the money writing covered calls. That's 19% out of the money. That means that you can capture some of the appreciation if you think it's going higher. But this stock would have to drop 19% for me to lose money on this trade between now and January. More likely is that we'll get appreciation beyond the strike price, and I'll buy those calls back, and then I'll sell the AG, the large position, and buy back a small position. What I do on the calls, whether it's copper, silver, or silver miners, is, I put in the position. If the stock drops significantly, I buy back those calls at a profit, and I hold my core position, wait for it to increase. If it goes up substantially, again, I buy back those covered calls at a loss, but then I sell the underlying stock at a significant profit. All right. And if it stays the same, I just let it sit and mature, and the time value of the trade is on my side because their option expires, and then I'm left with the profit when their option goes to zero if we don't get to the strike price. All right. Probably more than you wanted to know, but First Majestic, yeah, looking good. And of course, the copper miners looking good as well. All right. So yeah, take a look at that. All right, and now let's take a look at some new releases, or at least some ones that I was notified through email this week. What you have in front of you is the latest release of the Comsco Korean Tiger. Let's see, these are going for about $24, $25 per ounce, and there is the obverse. Now, I don't know. Obviously, it is a tiger cub. But they've made the coin look like, I can't get a bigger image. They've made the coin look like it's a matte finish, which, oh, I see. So it looks like it is different finishes in the fields, kind of a proof finish around the edge of the obverse here, matte in the middle, and it looks like nearly the entire tiger image is matte. I really have to see one of those in hand. Here we have a tribute to Seoul, and it says it is the third release in the Korean Tiger Silver Bullion series. They come in flips or in tubes of 25, and if you want to buy a bunch, you can get them for $23.68. Here is last year's Tiger. This is the proof, not the BU. Let's see what else they want to say. There is a mintage on these, but it's a little bit high. Yeah, 33,000. So too high to make it collectible from a mintage perspective. I don't think I'd rush out and buy it, but you never know. Could be cute in hand. And at $24, I guess you could do worse. But 33,000 is kind of a deal killer. Let's see what the 2018 Korean Tiger is going for. All right, we're over on eBay, and I just wanted to show you the 2018 Korean Tiger, which I was a big proponent of and collector of. Let's see, sales prices on these, 38, 32, 33 plus $4 shipping, 35, 35, 31 plus shipping. So let's call that a $35 coin. I don't think those sold for over 20 bucks, somewhere between $18 and $22. So, those have been a good investment. I did have some quality problems on a couple of mine, maybe 5% of the tube had some hazing and scratching or milk spotting. Can't recall what it was, but that's my favorite image. It is somewhat of a classical image. The mintage on these was high, 30,000. For the day, it wasn't all that high. For today, it is pretty high. 33,000 is even worse. And I don't think they've matched the stunning character of this. I purchased this in silver and gold, and I'm happy to have it. So there you go. There's the resale prices on the Tigers. Maybe the last release will do well, but I can't say. All right. I was also notified that Silvertown is having a sale. Silvertown 1 ounce mixed lot medallions. Okay, so these are just generic medallions, kind of like the Buffaloes, but maybe a little more interesting. What are those going for? $110 for 5 ounces. Let's see what the actual price is for just, oh, it seems like any quantity. So your check price for mixed design silver medallions from Silvertown is $110 for 5 ounces. That puts you at about $22 an ounce. No, I'm not that interested in that, Silvertown. All right, I was also notified by JM Bullion that they have these new cast silver bars. They're calling these the Eagle Cast Silver Bar. And, well, you can't complain about a nice eagle on a silver bar, right? And that does look cast. Can't really speak to the quality, but you can get these for $214, $21.40 an ounce, down to about $21 an ounce if you buy 50. So that's okay. I mean, eagles are always nice, and you could do a lot worse. So that would be about $3.50 over spot. Still a little pricey. I still think that the actual spot price, from what I'm seeing on the premiums, you know, actual spot is probably going to go through 18, upwards of 19, over a little over 19. And then I think when the premiums are down to about $2, then I think we'll be right about where the physical spot price ought to be. Clearly, the retailers are having influence over the price of silver, the spot price, because retailers have the goods, they have the silver, so they get to set the premiums. Let's see what else we can find. All right, I'm over at the Golden State Mint. They notified me about this new Samurai bar. It is a 1 ounce silver Samurai made by the Golden State Mint. That is really, really cool. I wonder if that'll be a series. Let's look at the other side. Very nice. Looks to be a pressed bar. But, oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I do not like the price. Okay, so it's pretty, but it's not $25 pretty. But I would like to get one to look at it. The samurai is one of the most important symbols, not only from Japan, but from universal history. The meaning of the word samurai is ones who serve. The bar is silver, features a standing samurai in a defensive position wearing full armor. Let's see. Samurai for a time used gold and silver bars as currency. Smart fellows. And it is a great representation of solidity and good taste for precious metals. Okay, solidity? I'm not sure what that word means. But there's no mintage cap and no word of this being a series. But you know what? If they're smart, they'll turn that into a series, and this could be the keeper. So I would love a Samurai Silver Bar series. I'm just crazy for that genre. I just wish, I wish this price were lower. I wish this were $23.50. Gosh, they just put it a little bit out of reach. I mean, for that price, you could buy a Silver Eagle. You could get some more exotic collector coins with low mintage. But I think they're going to sell some of these. Let's see what how many they have in stock. Golden State Mint being the Chris Duane retailer. Well, it looks like they've got as many as you want. I just bought 10,000 here, and they seem to have them in stock. So the Silver Samurai Golden State Mint, that's pretty tasty. All right, Bullion Exchanges has got a sale going on as well. They say they are eBay Bucks eligible. I did not get the current eBay Bucks offering. For those of you that are new, when you get onto eBay, sign up for the eBay Bucks program, and they will give you promotions to get as much as 10% off on some of these offerings. Bullion Exchanges loves to take advantage of the eBay Bucks. So right now, $30 over melt for sovereigns. Always a go-to coin. What condition are these in? Average circulated. All right, so they've been banged around. They probably were used as currency in their day. 1925 to 1932, South Africa, gold sovereign. Oh, it's a South African gold sovereign. Oh, okay. I don't know much about that, so you'll have to fill me in. Let's see what they say about the South African gold sovereign. Nothing? Guess I have to click on it. Old George and the Dragon, huh? He gets around, as did Great Britain in their day. They reached their reach was all over the globe. And here we go. Oh, I see. They link you right into eBay here. Sale price, South Africa Gold Sovereign, $450 with, I'm not logged in, so the eBay bucks are not popping up for me, but you may have them. And the description is, it is 0.9167 fineness, and the actual net weight of pure gold is 0.2354, pretty near a quarter ounce. So if you multiplied that by 4, you get up around $1,800, but then there could be as much as 10% off, depending on the eBay bucks deal. And you might want to buy a few to avoid sales tax. But I don't really, I don't personally collect heavily circulated gold. There's nothing wrong with it, but for a couple pennies more, you probably get something that looks a lot nicer than that. And I'm not that familiar with the South African sovereign. It's among the world's most popular gold coins. These coins continue to be a top choice for collectors. Under King Henry VII, the design for this coin was introduced in 1816. The only gold sovereign struck on the entire African continent by the South African Royal Mint. Oh, I see. It was struck in South Africa. And King George V, grandson of Queen Victoria, on the obverse. Okay. Well, our British friends will have to tell us what they think of the South African sovereign, but if you got 10% off, might be okay. I don't know. Hold on. All right, I am over at APMEX, and here they've got special pricing on highly collectible bulk silver dollars. Oh, I bet they'll rip you pretty good on these. Let's see. Cull. Yeah, that's what you want, is a Morgan with a big hole in it. No, thank you. Don't collect stuff like this, guys. You might as well just buy that Pyramid bar of, 999 silver, because that will never be worth anything. But here's more Culls. $22 for Morgans. But Cull Morgans, not my thing. I have bought a couple, but I'm never happy that I have them. And here they're $25 for the very good Morgans. Okay, in my opinion, that sucks. Let's see what they're charging for American Silver Eagles. Remember the deal I showed you a couple weeks ago? 22 bucks. What are they charging now? Not by the tube. 2020 Silver Eagle. $27, so now they're charging 27 down to 25. Could have had them for 22 a couple weeks ago. It's a good reason to stay linked into these retailers and look for their sales. I don't, necessarily, I'm not topping off the stack too much these days unless I see a really hot collector coin or a smoking deal on something vintage. But if you're building your stack, you got to look for these deals. I mean, when you get the impulse to buy, that's when you have to suppress yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to buy over the next 3 weeks, and I'm going to look for deals every day at all the major retailers. And there are different websites that can tell you, who's selling what and for how much. But stock your coins. Figure out what you want and stock it. And when you see the deals, pick them up in bulk or whatever your budget allows if you're dollar cost averaging. Because you don't want to have, let's say, a good week in the market. You're feeling all good about silver. Well, you know what's happening? They're increasing the prices. All right, when that happens. When silver is dropping 10, 20, 30, 50 cents, go look around for deals, because that's when people are throwing it away, right? They don't think it'll ever come back in time. And that, just going full circle to my covered calls, That's what I do. I buy the silver or the copper or whatever it might be, when it's out of favor, when it's on red, when everybody is throwing in the towel. And then I wait. And then when it pops back up, then I sell the covered calls, because that's when people want to buy options on silver or gold or copper or anything, is when the price is appreciating. Well, lately with the zigzag action and the escalating prices, that every week or so another opportunity is presenting itself. From time to time, the floor comes out and you take a loss, but I've found that if you hold on, the prices come back. So, but anyway, buy on down days, don't buy on up days. And right now, silver is poised for a breakout here. People are watching it really carefully around this $18 level. If it gets pushed back substantially, that's a buying opportunity. If it breaks out, look out above. All right, everything else good in your world, I hope. Happy 4th of July. Thank you, all your patriots. A special word for Tomoko's Enterprises. Dean, we love you, and we hope you're recuperating well. Give him some good thoughts if you could. He's a hell of a guy. Anyway, happy 4th of July or Canada Day or whatever you may be celebrating. Have a great, safe weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Louie out.